I'm going to go through 18 here because this is going to be a fairly sizable chunk if this is not digesting well. But the key to this thing is order of operations. The problem prior to this, number 17, I'll talk about at the end of this. Hopefully I will remember. So I'm going to do this one different than the way the book does. And how I start, I don't get rid of all the decimals. No, I choose not to do that. That's not crucial to order of operations. I can do that step anytime during solving this problem. So the first thing I'm going to do is distribute this 0.4 over to what's inside the parentheses. So 0.4 times 5 is 2.0, which is 2. And I keep the x. 0.4 times 10 plus 10 is plus 4 is equal to 1.2. Now I'm going to distribute this minus sign to both of these. The minus sign distributes to minus x minus 2. Okay. I combine like terms. There's nothing on this side to combine. So I leave it as 2x plus 4. And you'll notice how scratchy my writing here is, but that's because of the way I don't have a really good way of working a problem like this out just using my computer screen and my mouse. But okay, I combine these two. Negative 2 and 1.2 is going to be negative 0.8. And I'm still left with my minus x. Alright, so there we go. Rolling along. I need to get all my variables on one side. And I find that I want to keep it positive as possible. So I'm going to choose to add point x to both sides. And that will remove x from this side. And put it all on the other side. I want to move everything that doesn't have an x over to this side right here. So I'm going to subtract 4 from both sides. Oops. Let's see here. Let's minus 4, minus 4. So I'm left with 3x is equal to negative 4.8. Divide both sides by 3 to get rid of the coefficient of 3 in front of the x. And x is equal to 4.8 divided by 3 is negative 1.6. Now I'm not sure if you need to, let's see, type an integer or a simplified fraction. You are going to need to change this 1.6 here into a simplified fraction, and I'm going to leave that for you to do. The difficult steps, or the algebra piece, I have done for you. Now let's get back to what I said I was going to talk about earlier, and that's the previous problem, which is number 17, which is more complicated than this. If you did not understand this one, I suggest getting a hold of one of the school tutors or somehow getting a tutor for one-on-one help, because this is something that you need to be able to understand before you move on to the next course in algebra. This is crucial. This is so common in algebra. This is like a cleanup step when you're doing higher or more complicated levels of algebra. So this is like a building block that I cannot emphasize you need to know enough. Look in the book or online in the ebook for how to use order of operations, because that really is the cornerstone of doing this particular problem. And on that note, I am going to conclude this video.